Germs are everywhere and people are trying to wash their hands more. They're trying to use hand sanitizer, maybe even gloves, but sanitizer, soaps, and gloves are hard to find. Is there another option to keep germ free? Well, there's a company out of Columbus, Ohio that thinks so, and they made this little tiny key, and they call it the COVID key. That's what we're going to look at today. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You, and my channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while I do a little bit of a DIY just because I think it's a lot of fun. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Now, let's take a closer look at this COVID key to see if this is something we really need. So I purchased this through an ad I saw on Facebook. I normally don't like to purchase through Facebook ads because I just don't trust, the whole system. I normally like to purchase this off of Amazon or eBay, but this one, they had a PayPal link, which I sort of have a little more confidence in. So I ended up purchasing this for $25 from a company in Columbus, Ohio, and the company's name is Millspin. I will put a link in the description if it's something you're interested in getting. They tell me that this is made of 260 brass alloy, which makes it like an antimicrobial brass key. It is made right here in the United States, and their website does say 100% no questions asked refund or return. Now, it doesn't say anything about shipping, but most companies don't allow you to recoup shipping costs. All right, so a few things on here. There's this little notch here that you're supposed to be able to unlock and lock door handles. You're able to grab door handles here. You can even push them here depending on what you like. They do say that this tip right here, you're supposed to be able to use on touch screens to sign your name or to choose items at a store. So that'll be interesting to see. Let's go test this thing out on a doorknob first. All right, here we have our COVID key. Now I'm supposed to be able to take this, lock, unlock, and open with this little thing. Let's check it out. Just for test right now, it's unlocked, okay? Put this on. It's got this little notch on the top. Oh, wrong way. Oh, it locked it. Pretty cool. Now let's see if it unlocks it. It unlocked it. And opened the door. Very neat. Close-up view. See that little notch? Sticks it right here. You do have to apply some pressure and turn to lock it. Again, notch, turn, you gotta apply some pressure to unlock it. What are your thoughts about the COVID key? Is this something that we need? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. So we demonstrated opening a door from the inside using this part. Well, they tell us from the outside we can use this part to open a door. So here we are. Hook it up right there. We're going to push down, push open. Well, that worked pretty good. So the first test of the COVID key actually worked. I was able to lock and unlock a door handle, or a handle that is like a more handle versus a doorknob, and I was able to open it and close it. That's pretty impressive. I do want to check how it works on a rounded handle, and although you know where this is going and I think I know where this is going, there's not all handled door handles, right? Some of them are knobs. Let's go check one of those out right now. Oh yeah. So we knew going into that was not going to work. It doesn't make sense. There's no way for this thing to grab a door knob. It works on handles but not knobs. That being said, you probably can push lock on a knob, right? And that could be something that you could use with this, but definitely not turning a knob. Now, the real test is going to be out in public. I have to go to the grocery store and pick up some groceries, so I'm really interested if I can use this on the option pad and also on the keypad to do my final payment. That's where I would find the best use for this. So let's go do that. I found my first use for the COVID key. I always worry about this when I refill water. So look at this. Hooked it right in. Use this. And didn't even need to touch it. Pretty sweet. Moment of truth. I have my avocados here on this scale. I'm going to look up the item. No, I'm not, evidently. It is not registering on that screen. Well, that's a bummer. We'll see what it does when I cash out and have to sign. All right, let's see. For those of you skeptics out there, the answer is yes. I did try this at another merchant. And this one was really funny because I explained to the lady as I was cashing out what I was doing. I was doing a review of this COVID key and she was nodding. And then when I reached forward to try to touch the touch screen, she was looking at me like, wait, what are you doing? What is that thing? And then she looked at me and says, hey, we clean this off every time so it's safe. I thought, well, it's okay. I was just testing this out. And then she's like, well, what is that? Anyway, here's the video of trying it at another merchant. Are you as disappointed as I was? I mean, I really tried to use this on the first screen to select my items, and then the second screen when I was doing my final payment. I honestly thought it was going to work. I was kind of skeptical on hard screens, like my phone has a hard screen, and this would not work on the phone, but these are more soft screens and they have that haptic feedback, and so you'd think that this would be able to push and go, and it just didn't. That was frustrating. I have one more idea. Let's go try that out. This will be my final test. Let's see. Of course it'll work here, right? It's a button. Ooh, I like that. Insert card. Alright, so no, I don't want a receipt. And look, I can just come down here, pick my gas. Pretty cool. Now, for that mess, what am I going to do? I'm going to get a bag, put it on my hand, and pump the gas. It worked on the gas pump, but that makes sense, right? Because they're actually buttons that were pushed, and I did like that because every time I fill up gas, I feel, oh my, this is gross. I don't know what's going on here. But then when I went to get the gas pump up, well, that of course didn't work, and that wouldn't make sense, and that's not what it's marketed for. So I used a plastic bag. So then my thoughts are, well, why wouldn't I just use a plastic bag for all the other steps? I don't know, just something to think about. Today, we've been looking at the COVID key. The COVID key is made in America, and it's made by a company in Columbus, Ohio, and they say you can use this for a variety of reasons, and that's true. The doorknob and door handle and that kind of stuff, I could see absolutely going in and out of stores. You don't want to grab it, you don't have gloves. This is a great idea for that. Of course, those are for stores that don't have the automatic doors, but there are lots that don't. Even in office spaces and such, I could see that being beneficial. I do like that it has a little hole here that you can hang this right on your keychain. Pretty convenient. I will say, my wife did say it looks like a set of brass knuckles. And so I could see that, right? So people might ask questions or worry, and I get that too. One thing I really wish it had was a tip on the front. You know how like so you can touch the screen and it'll work that way? But then I was thinking maybe they don't have that because that's not antimicrobial, right? So I don't know all the things involved in there. I'm not a chemist or a scientist, but it would be neat if they had some sort of a nano surface that self-cleans that they can have on the end of that and to make it work on touch screens. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you for sticking around for my entire review of the COVID key, and as seen on Facebook, product. All this talk about safety brings me up to another review I did recently, and that's the TAC wallet. Now, this is more about keeping your information safe. This has an RFID blocker in there to keep your credit cards safe from people potentially trying to steal the information. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link that video right up here. Make sure you're logged in so you can see this rectangle and I don't look like a crazy person. What I'm going to do is I'm going to meet you over at that video. So go ahead, click this link. It's safe, I promise. See you there.